You know what human beings and bees love? Flowers. So why not show some love to this week's Game Over Greggy show sponsor, Pro Flowers. Right now, Pro Flowers has a special offer just for our listeners. Get $10 off your purchase of $29 or more. To snag this deal, go to proflowers.com, enter the code Greggy at checkout. I got Pro Flowers delivered to the house last week, true story. And you know what I did? I cried because Jen wasn't there to get them. But you know what Colin's girlfriend Erin did? She put them out on the kitchen table, and they looked like funfetti cakes. They were all like white flowers with like the sprinkles in there. It was really pretty. So do yourself a favor, help out this show, and support Pro Flowers. There has to be a bee in your life that needs flowers, or a person. So you can get $10 off your purchase of $29 or more at proflowers.com. Just go there and enter the code Greggy at checkout for a special deal. Buzz, motherfucker. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Over Greggy show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Hello.
I'm almost in a heather gray shirt with you today.
Almost. It's gray. Charcoal.
But it's not heather.
But it's more like a charcoal, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. There's a difference, right?
There's
Pure one,
a
Tim Gettys. There's a big difference between heather and...
What was your little thing you did? A second ago. The show started, you like...
I did the producer/seducer.
Before that, you did a hand thing.
I did a hand thing? Did I do like the spice thing that's very popular on Reddit right now?
I don't think so.
The salt and pepper thing?
No.
No? And joining us for the first time ever, Kinda Funny's newest employee, Andy, formerly of Rooster Teeth, Andy Cortez.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Very excited. You Andy from Rooster Teeth, remember?
Yeah. Sean started that. Sean's very pissed that he has to change that now. So.
Yeah.
He said that's the only thing people knew me for, and now it's gone. You've taken it from me. So.
Andy from Kinda Funny is good, though.
Yeah, it works.
I like that.
Yeah, kind of rolls off the tongue.
Sure. But you still wear a lot of Rooster Teeth stuff.
I do. I mean, I like their shirts.
You got them good shirts.
No, Kinda Funny shirts are better.
I have more Funhouse shirts than Kinda Funny shirts. How do you feel about that?
That's
you designed most of the Kinda Funny.
I did, yeah. I did.
You're right.
Is that the thing? You don't want to wear shirts you designed?
It feels kind of like douchey, kind of. Unless it's like a hot ass shirt.
Who knows?
The Kinda Funny Live 2 shirt. The 8-bit one with the sort of sunset
Street Fighter looking one?
Yes, the sunset sort of themed one, colored one.
Dope.
I lost that one. I left it in the hotel.
Oh, no.
And I lost it, and it's such a bummer. So if you have an extra medium out there, hook a boy up.
Yeah. As if we it'd be cool if we still had stuff. If we
That'd be
stocked
fucking
things.
awesome. Yeah, they sold out.
Here. Yeah, we don't do anything.
They sold out.
It's all.
It happens.
You can get
guys.
your ticket at kindoffunny.com/KFL3.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have new shirts there?
Hell yeah, there'll be exclusive merch.
There's some good shit in the works right now.
Yeah.
Just
Andy's
kidding.
working on it.
I haven't started anything yet.
But you're like, you know.
Oh yeah, the wheels are
thinking about
turning.
it.
The wheels are turning, boys.
So Andy, what is your job at Kinda Funny? Because no one's really described to me what you do here.
Point guard, shooting guard. So I think Tim wanted to bring me on to do a lot of video editing.
How much of that have you done so far?
0.0.
Greg,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
day 2. Let him ease into this job. We're not trying to make people work hard here.
On day 2, how much work did you do?
A lot.
I think I'm like an everyman, more of an everyman. Video editing, do some art stuff, maybe do some social media stuff, breakout videos. Try to be silly, you know, on the internet.
Yeah. That's the thing is, like, we learned that you had a lot of skills, and we're like, we could use some skills.
We could
here.
abuse
I can
those
3D
skills.
model.
Yeah, so we're like, I don't know what the fuck 99% of Andy's talents, we have no use for. But we're like, you know what? We'll
One
figure
day.
out a way.
There's a guitar sitting right there.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys.
He was fucking jamming today, playing like all the Blink-182 songs.
Every Blink-182 song.
Can you? I mean, could you jam for us right now?
It's far away.
Kevin, can we get the thing up and running for him? It's going. All right, great. Well, while you get it on there to play a little bit of music, I'll let everybody know this is the Game Over Greggy show where anything can happen each and every.
You have to.
No, wait, that's the wrong show.
Hit the switch in the back.
This is the Game Over Greggy show.
We're 4, sometimes
Each
5.
week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table. Each bring a random topic of discussion for your amusement.
Can you do it over again?
Sure.
I've
You want me to
always
start from
wanted
the
to do
very
it.
beginning?
Yeah, sorry.
What's up, everybody? No. If you didn't know, this is the Game Over Greggy show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table. Each bring a random topic discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get each and every show early, along with a bunch of exclusives, perks, goodies. I'm sure Andy will be putting stuff up there one day.
Oh, yeah.
He just
We'll
make
see.
whatever he's going to do. But if you got no bucks to toss our way, head over to youtube.com/kindafunny, where you get the show broken up topic by topic, day by day, until it goes live as one big video. What are you going to play for us? Back in Black. All right.
I don't have my pick with me, and it's very low volume. Is it hooked in, Kevin? Oh, it's hooked in. Okay.
So they hear it really well?
I can.
Bing. Oh my God, Sum 41.
Store it to the party like
My name is El Nino.
Okay, that's
Drinking in
enough,
the back
guys.
of an El Camino.
I'm very embarrassed.
As a kid,
I'm not going to play Wonderwall for y'all motherfuckers.
Do you know
I would love
anything
some Wonderwall
by
later.
the group Led Zeppelin?
They're old.
Sing his name.
Isn't that? No, that's Metallica.
Close. That's real close.
Try again.
I don't know Led Zeppelin.
Come on, Andy.
You don't know Stairway? I thought everyone knew Stairway.
Play Everywhere by Michelle Branch.
Oh, dude, we can do this for real on a morning show.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just not prepared, guys. Need a computer. I need some tablatures in front of me.
No, I understand.
Pony by Genuine.
Okay. That's like the Three Doors Down pony.
Yeah, the Dave Matthews Band pony.
If you're horny.
We did it, guys. Good job.
Let's do. Oh, you got a little Triforce shield in the back
Ride
there.
it, my pony.
The Hylian shield in the back there.
Sure
huh?
do. Sure do.
Nice.
So I
very
just want to
nice.
briefly explain.
Oh, Kevin's got something to shout out.
We haven't fully figured out how to integrate that into the soundboard, so there's quite a bit of static
Sure.
going on behind
Kevin,
it.
what I'd like you to explain more is why is your mouth all blue?
I don't know what you're talking about.
How many of
trying to
these
fight with a
blue
grade
blow
schooler.
pops did you take
Blowing the Smurfs.
from the goddamn Mike sandwich shop?
Well, because all you guys just blindly accept the green apple caramel
I got a blue
bullshit
one.
one.
Those things are good.
Yeah, we only had one. If you got none of you guys eat those, just say to them, hey, switch it for the blue.
Mine is at home. My blue blow pop is at home.
Oh, is it?
Because I was going to eat it yesterday, but then I remembered I had a meeting in the afternoon. I did not want to look like you and Andy because you and
good
Andy
call.
did not look like professional men yesterday.
Like a rejected Avatar character from Avatar 2.
Man, the makeup went all, we thought it inversed. It went inside of them
Sure
instead
did,
of
yeah.
outside of them. That's not
Absorbed it all. Yeah.
it. Andy, it's your first Game Over Greggy show.
It sure is.
To be clear, you're not going to be the fourth chair. You're not.
No.
You're just
God,
here.
no.
We're keeping the fourth chair cycling and all that jazz. You're not. You weren't hired as an on-camera personality.
I do not
so you
want
can
that
fuck right off.
responsibility. Yeah.
But what's your topic today?
My topic, I think we're all fans of 90s comedies, right?
Big fan.
Big fan. So this is sort of the triumphant. Did I say that word right?
No.
Maybe
No,
not.
no.
It's all good. Adam Sandler's Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore
Yeah.
versus Jim Carrey's Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura versus Chris Farley's Tommy Boy and Black Sheep.
Well,
Three titans of comedy.
First off, let me go. Let me just put this
First
out
off,
there.
let me go.
Tommy Boy is an amazing film. Black Sheep, not so much.
I
Not
love-
so much, unfortunately.
not
Go
amazing.
back and watch it again. I just recently went back and watched Tommy Boy and Black Sheep, and then you realize I started reading the IMDb trivia how they like basically rushed Black Sheep into production, and none of them wanted to do it because they were like, we don't want to do the exact same movie we just
man.
did,
I
but they were
love
like, we
Black
got to capitalize off of this connection.
Sure.
So I love Tommy Boy. I'm a huge Chris Farley fan. I was actually really sad when he passed away. But for my money, and I'm also a big Adam Sandler fan. Tim's looking at me like you're about to put your foot in your mouth. But for my money, nothing beats Ace Ventura. Nothing.
Really?
Nothing
That's
beats
a
Ace
hot
Ventura.
take.
Dude.
That is a hot. That's the
the one
hottest.
you go on?
I'm
Wow.
telling you right now, I love all those movies that we just listed. But when I first saw Ace Ventura in the theaters, I was like, it is one of the like 3 movies that I could not stop laughing at. I'm talking guttural, laugh out loud. You're embarrassing yourself laughter.
You're wheezing, you can't breathe.
Yeah, that. Something About Mary and Zoolander for some odd reason are the 3 movies that I could remember in recent memory where I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't stop fucking laughing at this.
No shame there. Zoolander's great.
Zoolander's
Zoolander
fantastic.
is-
Zoolander 2 on the
Ben
other
Stiller
hand,
can fuck off. We're
not as bad. Well, you got beef with Ben Stiller? I got beef
I
with
got
Andy
something for
Serkis,
Ben
so
What
it's
about
not
his
a big deal.
appearance in the Puff Daddy video? Bad Boys for Life.
holy shit.
gone.
On the boat? Was he on a boat?
No, he's rang the doorbell.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Go nowhere. We bring the guitar out. Let's go, guys. Damn, I was expecting you to say Dumb and Dumber.
I loved it. Well, no, I mean that's the same category, right? Are we talking about those two
Yeah, yeah,
versus the other two
those
versus
two
the other
versus the other
So
two.
It's a
Dumb and
tag
Dumber
team. This is a
above.
triple threat tag team
no.
match.
Yes.
See, here's the thing. I like Dumb and Dumber. I like Dumb and Dumber. But
love
Ace
Dumb and
Ventura was a special film.
Wow,
Like
okay.
that movie for some fucking reason is one of the funniest movies ever made to me. And I'm talking, I put it above Balls of Fury, which is like,
Oh my God, nothing goes
that
above
is
Balls
huge.
of Fury.
That is
Damn.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe what's going on right now.
Yeah, no. So
Here's, and I'm gonna say
Go
this,
for it.
and this is, I know we joke around about a lot about it.
Yeah.
I think Ace Ventura, we were just too young for, myself included.
You may have been.
Because I remember watching Ace Ventura and being like, oh, that was a funny movie, and you know what I mean, like laces out, Dan, and like it was funny or whatever. And the woo, don't go in
Finkel
there.
is Einhorn.
Yeah. And that was the thing of just like, all
Einhorn's a
right,
man.
it was fine.
It's definitely one of those movies that when you rewatch as an adult, there's tons of shit you missed. Like when Einhorn turns around, spoiler alert, and her dick and
Penis,
balls are sticking through her. I thought that was poop as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I thought like, oh, it's funny she has little poo-poo in her underwear. Wasn't what it was.
Yeah.
But that's a joke that a lot of jokes pass. That's a movie that a lot of jokes sort of fly over your head.
Well, that's the funny thing about comedies in general, I think, is like as much as I loved Ghostbusters, like growing up watching it every day and being, hey, mom, can I call something a puss bucket? Like I knew there was words in there, but like when like there's just so many lines in that movie and throwaway and things, you know, like. You know, we got this Mr. Stay Puft all wrong. He's a sailor. He's in New York. We get this guy laid. We don't have a problem.
We got a problem.
And then when she's like, "Do you want this body?" and like, you know, take me sub creature. Like, sounds like you already got enough people.
Or even just the connotation of the gate master or the key master.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right.
I never even saw the Chris Farley movies.
Really?
What the fuck?
Why, Tim?
I didn't.
They
I
hold
just
up
didn't.
incredibly well.
I've seen Beverly.
Oh my
Ninja.
God.
With
Yeah.
Chris Rock. Oh God.
like
Okay.
that
I love that movie.
So those two movies, if you can fuck with that type of comedy, it's a lot of slapstick. It's a lot of like cheesy. Oh, big Chris Farley's a big fat dude who like runs into a tree. But there's a lot of really funny lines.
Got it. I mean, I would love to give it because Chris Farley's a funny motherfucker.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that I am missing out. With those guys.
Tommy Boy for sure.
But when it comes to Ace Ventura and Dumb and Dumber, Dumb and Dumber to me, and again, I haven't seen it in 15 years, but that shit was funny as hell.
Oh, it's so hilarious.
Ace Ventura, there was something about it. I was like, it was funny, but even at the time, I was like, this is only funny because I'm a dumbass little kid.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
no,
To
I
me,
mean,
my money's with Adam Sandler. Although I want to throw Mike Myers into the mix.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, running.
feel-
Now it's a fatal
I
four-way.
feel like the
Jesus.
Wayne's World Austin Powers, even though we're
That's a good
kind of like
connection.
I think
different
Wayne's World
ends
2.
of the 90s.
I think Wayne's World 2 is one of the best
Comedy
because
sequels.
I like part 2 more than part 1. I'd even go as far to say that.
I don't know if I can say that, but
Are you
I
kidding?
think
I'd
the
give my
back-to-back
right
is so good. The Pepsi fight scene is the
lowercase
only
J.
good thing about Pepsi that's ever happened.
The thing about all of these is that you had to be a fan of the person at the time to really appreciate these movies. Like, I think the reason why Dumb and Dumber might stand out is because it was maybe, for some reason to me, it wasn't the most Jim Carrey of films. Like it was an entourage cat. Like obviously it was him and Jeff Daniels doing that thing, and I think that had more mass appeal than Ace Ventura. I think Ace Ventura was very much like, this is Jim Carrey's breakout role. He's going to go full Jim Carrey in this. It's just him and Courtney Cox. That's pretty much it.
And the dolphin.
And the dolphin, whose name was
Oh God.
I can't remember now.
God. Fucking.
But again, I was that came out of the blue for me. That was like my first real understanding of who Jim Carrey was, and I just thought it was the most hilariously creative film ever. Then we got to Dumb and Dumber, and I was like, all right, give it to me.
See, my problem with I liked Ace Ventura fine, and I liked Jim Carrey. I remember him, as like Fireman Bill from fucking In Living Color and
Fire
stuff.
Marshal Bill.
Thank you. Dumb and Dumber. I didn't see it for years because them in the trailer annoyed me so much.
Oh, it's annoying as shit.
The fact that they're that stupid, like they're those dumb, they're those dumb asses that I just didn't want to deal with.
Out of all of those movies, though, I feel like, fuck, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that though because Billy Madison has some quotable lines.
Dude,
but
Billy
I feel
Madison is so good.
I feel like Dumb and Dumber, I quote that movie with my wife more than anything else. And it's always when we travel, and it's always Samsonite.
I was way off. Yeah.
And then when he's running in the car, I did a little bit of that on the drive over here. Like I was. Never mind. Don't worry.
Let's stop this podcast and just go watch all 6 of those movies right now.
So I think of all the 6, I think Dumb and Dumber is at the very, very top.
Okay, interesting.
But I don't know. I don't know
fuck
if Ace
with that.
Ventura
See,
and
that's
Dumb and
the
Dumber
thing.
are as strong, in my opinion, as like I fucking love Black Sheep. Although I will give it to you, I
Okay,
think
you're going that way.
Black Sheep feels like one of the scripts that they rejected while they were making Tommy Boy.
yeah.
And they're like, well, we have this fucking script. Let's work with that. But I really do love Black Sheep. I swear, I fucking love that movie. Yeah, I think Dumb and Dumber is at the top for me.
But okay, forget all of that. Go around the table. Just gut reaction out of this triple threat.
Yeah.
Who wins? Adam Sandler.
I mean, probably Adam Sandler. Yeah, but I feel like I like the Jim Carrey movies better because I was as much of a Happy Gilmore fan as I am. I was not a huge Billy Madison fan.
Wow.
Yeah, like I remember seeing Happy Gilmore first and going, this is really funny, and then going back and watching Billy Madison, going like, this seems like a continuation of the other movie that we just didn't get to see.
And what were the best scenes in Billy Madison?
Musical scene.
Chris Farley.
Oh, that's
As the
fair.
bus
As
driver.
the bus driver.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That's
My
true.
favorite was the musical part where they start singing. She's
Oh,
like,
sure.
"Don't I have a nice rack?" Something about that was the funniest.
Hi,
thing.
kids. I bet you thought I was dead. But when I fell down, I just broke my leg and had a hemorrhage in my head. I like you. We talk about the Greg wheezing laugh from this.
Yeah.
Watching Billy Madison for the first time.
Here we go.
When that clown falls down, they all have a good laugh at his expense,
bleeding.
and then they come over, this blood just comes out of him. I thought it was the funniest. That's my thing. Is like I think this is. I think what I love about the topic Andy's done here is paired them up,
Yeah.
so that it's not
There's
just one
strength
v one.
and there's-
Because I think the Sandler films are the ones that are universally both from, and this is obviously for me, both of those are just like movies I fucking adored and still do or whatever.
Yeah.
Have you seen them recently though?
I've seen Happy Gilmore was on the Golf Channel once when I was chilling out. So like I was
course
at
it was.
I was at some spa thing. I don't even
Makes
know where the
sense.
fucking it was there. And I was
Yeah.
watching. I was still having a good time.
I
You
walked
can
in
count on
my-
me waiting in the parking
It played
lot.
after Bagger Vance or whatever. I think one of the jokes that holds up the best from Billy Madison is when he calls Steve Buscemi to apologize.
Yeah. Oh, people said that.
And like it's one of those jokes that isn't silly. Adam Sandler like doing his fucking thing or whatever. Yeah, he's just like, hey, I'm sorry for everything you did, and Steve
All right,
Buscemi's
no
like,
big
all right,
deal,
no
whatever.
big deal. And then he fucking goes to a list and crosses off
Crosses
his
it out
name, and then
puts
lies down and
lipstick
puts on lipstick. And it's so like. That comedy still fits today. Like it aged really well.
Sure.
But I don't know if the rest of that movie aged
It doesn't.
super well.
It doesn't. So I watched my brother watching it maybe a year ago, and it was one of those moments where I see it and you're like, I'm gonna sit down and watch this because how can I walk away from Billy Madison? And as I'm watching, I'm like, I can't believe I thought this was funny.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? What didn't you like? I mean,
all.
other than
just like the whole thing. is
maybe
just-
like the whole shampoo's better, conditioner's better, but like the
Fucking-
Mr.
there's
Penguin,
so much of that,
when he's
though.
like, I see what's going on here. The penguin's in the back with the martini.
I mean that's
God,
the thing for me is like Billy.
1995.
Those two movies, I was never a huge Adam Sandler fan. And I mean, I like Adam Sandler fine. I just was never like he was never. I was never like one of the people who were just like praying to the cult of Adam Sandler. But I
look
did
up the Dolphins
fucking
name.
love Jim Carrey back in the day.
Snowflake.
Snowflake, thank
Fuck yeah,
you.
Kevin. Thank you.
But so I'd give the Billy Madison, I'd give Billy Madison and maybe Happy Gilmore. Those films are probably somewhere in like the 80 to 90% range for me as far as like love them, still watch them. Dumb and Dumber is probably mid 80s, but to me, fuck man, Ace Ventura is like almost as close to a perfect comedy as you can get. And again, put it in context, like this was nobody really knew who Jim Carrey was.
Yeah.
We had known him from In Living Color. He had done he was funny as shit on that, and this was his first movie, and it was fucking hilarious.
I mean, Ace Ventura to me, I put in the same kind of category. Like, I feel like Jim Carrey in the '90s was what Tom Green was in the early 2000s, where it's just like his moments were
doing
funny
something
as
totally
fuck,
different.
and anytime he was in a movie, he was the funny guy. Like Road Trip. Like,
I don't think you can. I don't think it's fair to compare him to Tom Green, unfortunately, because he's had a way better career than Tom Green had.
I mean,
in movies.
in movies, sure, yeah. But Jim Carrey also did he had a lot of flops.
He did have a lot of flops, but he tried to transition.
Remember Cable Guy? I didn't like Cable,
Cable Guy.
Guy.
Cable Guy
a lot of
really-
people like Cable Guy.
that
Cable
movie
Guy.
weirded me out as a
It
kid.
weirded me out too.
Like, 'cause
Well, it's because
like-
everybody went in expecting it to be like what
was
Adam Sandler
very
does, where
dark.
every Adam Sandler is an Adam Sandler, except like Punch Drunk
Evidently,
Love, but
Chris
yeah.
Farley was supposed to be the main character in that.
Chris
That's what
Farley
I-
was
that's
supposed to be
what I read.
Shrek.
Was it?
Yeah,
Interesting.
They actually recorded most of his dialogue too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That would have been a distinctively different movie.
There was always rumors that he was supposed to be one of the early Dan Aykroyd Ghostbuster 3s was built around him, like being one of the Ghostbusters, and that's one of the reasons it was off course. I've never
Melissa
seen that.
McCarthy
Amazing.
filled that role.
Confirmed, yeah,
nailed
exactly.
it.
She fucking destroyed it.
I really think y'all need to go back and watch Black Sheep.
I did. I literally just watched Black Sheep a month ago. Because I went down this deep
love
hole of Tommy Boy, and the problem is, here's the deal: it's the same reason why you can't watch Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2 right next to each other.
Oh yeah, you can.
You can't. And I tried it. You know how they always play, like AMC plays
Yeah,
it. They're like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
this is today's Back to the Future day, so we're gonna just play the 3 movies over and over and over again until inevitably you watch all 3 of them in parts. I watched for the first time ever all of Back to the Future 1, and then immediately it's Back to the Future 2 started, and I was like, whoa, this is jilting. Because he was literally older. It wasn't shot quite the same way. It's very weird. And then you just notice there's not the same level of like polish that the first one had on it. Not saying it's a bad movie in any way, shape, or form, but it just doesn't have.
This is another one of those fights.
It doesn't
Back
have
to the
that.
Future 1 verse 2.
It's not a fight. Everyone loves Back to the Future 1. Anyone that's
Back to the
Future 2
I mean,
is
I mean, if I can step in, I'm sorry. This is one of the ones where if you're talking about Back to the Future and fighting about Back to the Future, I'm gonna get off the fucking bench here, Andy Cortez. You know what I'm gonna say?
I haven't
Hold
seen
my
either of
beer.
those movies.
What the flying fuck?
Are you kidding?
I've never seen those.
I got them on
movies.
Blu-ray.
What?
I'll bring them in tomorrow for you.
No, that's fucking. You didn't tell us this when we were hiring you.
Okay, those are the type of movies that, like Nick mentioned, were on TV, and I might have seen a few scenes. Just never interested me, man.
If you owe it to yourself to sit down and watch Back to the Future, the trilogy. It's not even good. It's beyond good. It's one of those, like, it's in the pantheon of great trilogies and great.
Well, and the thing about, but here's my thing about Back to the Future 1v2, and I think it comes down to personal preference, because growing up, obsessed with Back to the Future, obsessed with it.
Sure.
And I loved Back to the Future 2 more because I was always more interested in the future, and it was cool like that. However, watching them, Back to the Future 1, a lot of people always talk about it's like it's
almost
a perfect
film.
movie. Like it's really hard to go through and do it because everything's set up so well, right? Back to the Future 2, I understand not getting the knocks out of like, well, it's the same movie again, just this, that, and the other, blah, blah. It does the same thing of where I see technology ruining things. In the same way, I think when you watch Tommy Boy, the pratfalls, the physical comedy, it's all very physical. It wasn't green screen this. It isn't Ghostbusters when it is Melissa McCarthy clearly in a rig getting pulled around doing all this dumb shit fighting on green screen, right? And that's the problem I think with Back to the Future 2 is that Back to the Future got so obsessed with tech and flying cars and shit that like just the CG moments they use just fucking take you out of it. It's like watching Jurassic Park and then watching Jurassic Park 2 again.
Sure.
Where it's like, well, Jesus, Jurassic Park practical effects look so much better. But like, I think that Back to the Future is a better movie. End statement.
Yeah.
I think that Back to the Future 2 probably holds a special place in my heart because it's so awesome to go to the future and see cool shit like that.
Sure.
And of
I
course,
agree
we're
with
living it. Everything it all came true.
Right.
Just
I got
like
the
you
hoverboard,
mentioned.
everything outside.
Cubs.
I don't want to get down the rabbit hole of Back to the Future that we already have. I think that I'll echo his sentiment. When I was a kid, I loved Back to the Future 2 because I thought the tech in it was awesome. I think as you get older, you really appreciate, as you go back and watch more and more Back to the Future 1, just how much of an achievement that film was.
And that was the thing of Back to the Future 1, going back and watching it as an adult and as now a fan, or you know, I guess just an adult, and not cinema fan even, but having a knowledge base of like, I remember being a kid and being so, man, how do they make the old people look young? Never thinking about it being the opposite direction, you know what I mean? And then like, even though I didn't grow up in the 50s, I don't have that nostalgia for that time period. Now I've learned and know enough about it to watch it and catch on what's happening in this and how, you know what I mean? Like the way those roles played out differently, 30 years later.
It's pretty much all I know about from the 50s. I don't really know anything else except for that and
Leave It to
that
Beaver.
one scene in
Grease.
Crystal Skull.
Oh no, that's not the 50s.
where he gets in the refrigerator and gets blown up by a nuke
that
but lives.
that really happened. That
Documentary,
really happened.
Yeah, that was it's a true story.
But back to why Billy Madison's awesome. I mean,
Is it awesome, though?
it is awesome. Like think about I was looking up because I can never remember Bradley Whitford's name.
Yeah, oh,
his
he's good.
performance in that is so fucking.
That's the guy
great.
from
West Wing and now
West
Get
Wing.
Out. Yeah.
No, I mean it's great, but I think that's one of those movies that like
Carl.
you have to really have watched it around that time period, because I feel like if you go back, and maybe the same can be said for all of them.
I think the same can be said about
with the exception
all
of Dumb and
those.
Dumber, because I feel like Dumb and Dumber is the one movie that if you watched it back then and thought it was stupid, you're still going to think it's stupid now. But if you loved it then and you watched it fresh now, you're probably going to like it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
I
it's
do
just,
agree
it's
with Danny
just
that
so stupid.
I think that is the top, because I think
Like
it is
how many
the
people
best
do we know
movie
that have
out
the
of all of
fucking
these.
what's his, like Chris from Rooster Teeth and
the
Josh have
blue
the fucking
outfit?
outfits.
Yeah.
Like I know so many people that have those tuxes. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Billy Madison was so good, and I think then on the same breath, I think Happy Gilmore was that good. They just like fucking, and like if we're doing like tap tap taparoo, there's so many dumb quotes from all these. I think
Happy
come up with.
Gilmore is the strongest sequel of all of these 6 movies.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Well, sequel,
Not direct
right?
sequel, but
Yeah,
follow
correct,
up. Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, I think Happy Gilmore is the strongest of the follow-up movies. Dumb and Dumber's at the top, but I think the combination of Black Sheep and Tommy Boy, I will go to my grave.
I don't know, man. I wanted
I would
to
go
defend
to
you
jail for
because
those
I
films,
was
Nick.
such a big Chris Farley fan, and I remember loving both of those movies back in the day. But I just watched both again, and Tommy Boy holds up. Tommy Boy, I'm like,
Tommy Boy's a fantastic
I totally
film.
forgot this movie. It's very endearing. It's if you like Chris Farley, it's perfect Chris Farley. Black Sheep really just feels like, hey, we need to get another movie out like ASAP.
And that was the problem with
And
Black
needs
Sheep
to
and
be
why,
these two
because
things.
it's so similar too.
It's the exact
Because
same
it
movie.
is. I mean, even
road
like
trip, like
Yeah,
where
and,
this guy's a fuck up. We have to keep him away. You know.
I just feel like don't fix what's not broken. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they should have just done
I mean,
Tommy
do
Boy 2,
something.
but I don't think they wanted to do Tommy Boy 2.
deviate in some fashion from the same movie
Yeah.
you just made. No,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I see Adam Sandler's been in a lot of great films too. It's crazy because
Like
it's
on
too bad.
stage yelling "Kill Whitey." Like
Yeah.
when he's hanging with the black dudes and they're all smoking weed and
was
he gets
funny.
he gets
They're like,
super
"No."
stoned. Yeah, they're like,
He's like,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just man. There's so many great moments from Black Sheep.
That hits you. All right. I feel
Rob
you.
Lowe is in Tommy Boy, right?
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not
done
seeing
it.
him for some
Both
reason.
Derek and Rob Lowe are the two.
I'm not seeing
couple.
Rob Lowe on the cast list here. So
He
that
might
thrown
be
me for a second.
uncredited for some reason.
But then, yeah, because that was
definitely
the
in.
fact of like in Black Sheep, Tim Matheson or whatever
Yeah.
from all
Every
the
movie in the 80s.
Well, yeah, that I was thinking Animal House and then like
Yeah.
Van Wilder and stuff or whatever. Like he plays just the Rob Lowe character. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like,
It's one small step for man. I have a dream.
Yeah.
He doesn't know like how to pump up the crowd. It's so good, dude.
Oh,
so
man.
good.
I don't know. Yeah, I
Need to
mean, I'm
rewatch
thinking
those.
about it. The obvious pair that probably scores the best if you're going to rate them is Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore.
That
I mean, I think the most people would agree with that.
Yeah.
thank you.
I think,
you
it's,
are correct.
it's hard not to. I think the best movie out of all the things you've I still hold Ace Ventura up higher than everything that's
Yeah,
there.
it's Dumb and Dumber.
I came in here thinking one thing, and my mind has changed. I do think, as we keep on talking, I think Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison is the
Knew we
is
hired
the
a smart
better
kid
duo.
over here, smart cookie. Thank you, Kevin.
Like it's just I don't know.
True. No, you're right. Stop
I don't know.
thinking.
I love
You
Black
got it.
Sheep
You
though.
nailed
I'm gonna
it.
give.
Stop
I'm
thinking.
gonna give extra points to Jim Carrey though because I have liked a lot. I've liked consistently all of his movies throughout the years. Like when he did Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, I'm like, what's happening? What are you doing?
It's good,
and a
though.
lot of people like it. I was like,
Great
didn't
movie.
vibe with me.
You didn't like it,
I did. I just I'm like, I don't get this movie.
really?
Yeah,
I hated it.
it's
I
too
saw
far
it in
out there.
theaters and I fucking hated it.
We were 12.
and we fucking hated it. And then years later, I rewatched it. I'm like,
Maybe it's
is a good
genius.
movie.
I should
It
go back and watch
depresses
it because
you,
I was a little
kinda.
young too.
it's
when I
really
saw it.
depressing, but it's like, it's real.
What was the movie? Can you look up Chris Farley's last movie that he starred in, where he's
Beverly Hills Ninja.
No. It's Almost Something. He's like a pioneer.
Oh, it's the one with him.
Almost
and Matthew
Heroes.
Perry.
Almost Heroes. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
They're just not a great movie. That one.
No, but have you
Well,
guys
I mean,
seen,
that's
like,
the thing that happens to a lot of these comedic actors
Sure.
is that you just go on. It's totally the Batman. You
Jump the
die the
shark.
hero. You live long enough to become the villain, and that's like what I think happens with a lot of people. Like Adam Sandler. Like there's conversation with Colin about this. There's GOG topics about this of just like you talk about Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore and how much we fucking loved those movies, and then where we get to in the end. But then the question always in those topics is Tommy Boy and is Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, are those the same kind of movies he's making now, and we're just older and more mature?
Well,
and don't like
there's that, but I also think that like with Adam Sandler, it's always the debate of no one agrees on where did he fall off, because it's like people will fight to the grave for Little Nicky.
Little Nick is fucking awesome.
I'm not.
Or like,
I
and
can't defend Little
Waterboy,
Nicky,
Mr.
but-
Deeds.
Waterboy I like.
feel
Mr.
I love
Deeds was
Deeds.
fucking funny.
I love Mr.
Don't talk
Deeds.
shit about Deeds at this table.
That's what I'm saying.
What's up,
it's like,
DT?
I
we
think
all,
that there's
we
a
all
debate.
just agree Click sucks. Right?
I liked Click.
But see, Nick likes
That's
Click.
horrifying.
I don't think it's a great film. but
Click
that's
Click's
the
not
thing.
an Adam Sandler
That-
movie.
yeah,
though.
That's the thing that
That's like a family
Click
sort
is
of
where he
movie.
started going into like the family realm,
Yeah.
and then then he did the one where it was him and his twin sister. I forget what that was. I didn't see that
Grown
one.
Ups too, though. How about
But
that one?
I liked the Grown Up series. I like Grown Ups 1, and I also liked. I've liked his like Jack and Jane. Thank you. I've liked his kind of foray into more serious films. I just rewatched Funny People again, and I'm like, fuck, this is a good movie.
that was the
That
one
was
where
an
you
Apatow
thought he
film,
was
right?
gonna like bring it back.
Well,
That
there
he
was
gonna
the,
get back on
Well, he
track.
tried Spanglish. He tried with a lot of the other
The
like,
animated
serious
Christmas
films.
movie,
8 Crazy Nights.
8 Crazy Nights. I think that that's where he fell off.
Really?
Like, because that I feel like that was a misstep.
Was
Not
that-
even judging the quality of the movie. I think that kind of fucked up his like lineage.
Did
that
go back- I
after
just
Big
recently
Daddy?
watched Hotel
Yeah.
Transylvania and 1 and 2, and I liked them.
What the fuck, Nick? What do you do in your
Watch
life?
a lot of movies.
Those are the
You just
Happy.
go home and
This
that's
is
a
what
Happy
you guys
Madison
can accomplish
film,
if you don't play games.
That's a Happy
You
Madison
watch
film,
every
right?
movie. Hotel Transylvania. I don't know.
Yeah,
Good
like
question.
I think all his homeboys were in that movie, right?
Well,
Hotel Transylvania.
I know Steve
Is it the
Buscemi's in it.
CG movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But all his
I'm gonna go
homeboys were like voices, I believe.
Maybe.
Man.
Like he
I'm
gets all of
looking,
his
I'm looking,
homeboys
I'm
to be in
looking,
it. Gendy Tartakovsky was the director.
Yeah, he did
of that?
1 and 2.
Interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Andy Samberg, Selena Gomez, Kevin James, Steve Buscemi,
Kevin
David
James,
Spade.
Steve Buscemi, David
what are the Rotten
Spade.
Tomatoes on these? I always dismiss them.
They're probably not good.
6.7.
6.7 on IMDb.
okay.
but
I mean,
that's
they're
not-
kids
Okay.
movies. They're not
Okay,
like
okay.
these aren't like Pixar. Let's hit you in the gut
Cobbler.
on both
God, I
sides.
forgot about the Cobbler.
But yeah,
now we
they-
have said that Sandy Wexler Netflix trailer. That
be
looked kind of
good.
funny. That looked like Adam Sandler that I remember being.
Is he
funny
in
and
Kevin
goofy.
Can't Wait? Is he in the show?
The what? Oh, Kevin Can't Wait.
Yeah.
Leah Remini's
You know what?
coming
I
back.
liked The Longest Yard though.
Oh,
I like
remake?
that
see,
movie.
see, that's because we're from a different generation for this.
No,
Longest
but-
Yard had its like place for us.
Sure. Yeah.
Straight up, I can't watch 50 First Dates again because I liked it so much and cried at the end that I'm like, I think I can't watch this movie. It's too
It's like
much.
the journey for you.
That
It's
is an
really-
annoying.
it's a really good movie.
It's an annoying concept. That's what. It's a heartbreaking concept.
Yeah, it's
of every
if
day
it
she
was
has
Real
to
life,
waste
they'd
so
be
much.
broken up by now. He would have gotten tired of that shit.
Yeah,
I
100%.
think he loves her.
100%.
How fucking dare you?
No.
Fucking
To
bad.
watch a
dare you.
VHS. Remember, she has a kid. That'd be the other thing too. You got to strap her down the whole time she's pregnant. She'd wake up, freak out that she's pregnant. We can't deal with this every
God.
day. It's true. Have you thought about this? It's just like in The Walking Dead now. Guess what? You can't sleep next to anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody
'cause
goes to
might
separate
die and kill
rooms,
you.
lock the door.
Except for Michonne and Rick. They
Well, they just throw caution to the wind.
don't give a fuck.
No. Well, I mean, a lot of people, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody's thought it through.
Yeah, but
What they need to do.
Yeah.
Somebody has a fucking cardiac arrest. Everybody's dead.
Shout out to I just watched Fun with Dick and Jane, and I'm like, God damn it, this is a funny movie. Have you seen it?
Jim Carrey?
No.
Yeah, Jim Carrey and Taya Leone, where he loses his job, but Alec Baldwin's in it. First off,
Oh,
Alec
I do
Baldwin
remember
makes-
this. I do remember this.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Then he did the movie with Zoe Deschanel where he can't lie. Like he just has to
Liar,
yes
Liar?
man.
Yes,
No,
man.
he has to say
Yes,
yes to
man.
everything. And I'm like, this is a good movie too. And Liar Liar was
Oh,
good.
shout out to
Liar was
Liar,
good.
Liar.
That's a good
I'm
thing.
telling you, Jim,
Look
you guys are all
up.
off the Jim Carrey train. But
We're not.
It's still
No,
going.
we're not.
We're not off. We're not
It's
off.
still
That's not
going.
what we're saying.
Now, yes, did it take a weird bend around Ace Ventura 2 when nature calls? Sure.
whoa,
Should they
that's
have just
great.
done another case in the city? Absolutely.
No,
Why did he fight Tommy Davidson in the weird tribal fight thing? I don't know. Why does Tommy Davidson
man.
still get jobs? Who knows?
Here's my
questions.
thing. Here's my thing about Jim Carrey movies. I feel like as you look through them, right? I feel like this is gonna sound both positive and negative in the same breath. I feel like they're a lot like the Marvel movies. I know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Liar, Liar, Bruce Almighty.
Oh, Bruce Almighty was great.
I enjoy
Bruce.
these
It's a
films
character
fine, but I
film.
leave and I'm
Bruce
just like, all right,
Almighty.
cool. I won't really think about that again.
yeah, they're dumb comedies.
He was in Simon Birch. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
He was the
movie.
adult.
Man on the Moon was good.
That
Me,
was-
Me, myself, and
Irene.
Irene.
The baseball hit the woman in the head in Simon Birch. She
Me, myself,
died.
and Irene was too far.
That's too far. That's where I'm like, ooh.
Did you
he's
watch The
experimenting.
Majestic? I remember that got panned.
I did watch Majestic. It was okay.
myself,
Truman
and
Show
Irene
was
was
amazing.
dope.
Remember Truman
Truman
Show?
Show is fantastic.
I really like Me, Myself, and Irene.
I didn't.
There was
Yeah,
some
he's
funny
been in
bits
a lot
in
of
there.
great
Some
movies.
funny bits in it.
I forgot he was in Kick-Ass too. That's hilarious.
He kicked ass and kick
Yeah.
ass too.
All right.
Kick ass too, man.
Never seen it.
Almost.
Still haven't seen it.
That movie, like the first one was so good.
It was good.
Second one, it was like, oh man, it's good, but it's not great, and it could have been. There's
Little
just
too
such little
cartoony.
things they did, and they just like they fucked up the hit girl kick ass relationship. They went way too far with it.
What they do? They make them like.
They romanticized it. And it was like,
okay.
like this is not okay.
That's why, yeah, I remember not seeing that movie.
Yeah, I
but
didn't
that
see it,
sucks.
Yeah.
I felt like they were more big brother, little sister.
Yeah.
So we all agree Adam Sandler wins.
Yes.
Regrettably, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Although if Mike Myers was in it, I'd give it to them.
Thanks for watching. You can subscribe here, go to Patreon there, check out Kind of Funny Games over there, or see a playlist of some stuff Kevin's assembling over there. Kevin's weird.